welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be an eye tutorial over the eye look that I'm wearing today, which is a really smoldery, sexy bronze smoky eye. And I have mentioned to you guys before that I want to start doing kind of like a series of looks using just the 35O palette from Morphe. So this entire look is done using the 35O palette, and you know, it's probably not what you're used to seeing right now on YouTube. Everyone's doing these colorful spring makeup looks and I'm over here rocking a smoky eye. And I kind of want to do something a little bit different. I want to see what your all's feedback is. Everyone usually says everything that's on the rest of my face is down there in the description box. Some people don't know what the description box is. So in this video I'm doing something a little bit different, and I'm actually showing you guys like exactly what I'm using on the rest of my face that I didn't show in the video. You also see that I am looking different in pretty much every section of this video. I filmed this tutorial 2 or 3 weeks ago and I forgot to do an intro, so I'm coming back for the intro today. Yeah, that's enough rambling. If you guys want to see how to get the eye look that I'm wearing today using the Morphe 35O palette, then please keep watching. Hey guys, so let's go ahead and get started. So I've already primed my eyes and done my brows. So we're going to go in with this transition color right here. It's in the 4th column over, 2nd one down. It's just a matte, neutral, kind of like a tan color. And I'm just going to take that on a big fluffy brush. This is from Morphe. This is the B13 brush. So I'm just going to blend that out and soften that in the crease from the inner to the outer corner. So this step is optional, but I'm going to go back into the crease with another transition shade just to kind of help soften the look up later and just help everything blend out. So I'm going to go into this matte peachy shade right here. It's in the 5th column over, 2nd row down. I am holding this upside down. So I'm going to go back into that same B13 brush, put that right on top of that other shade we applied. So we're going to go ahead and start smoking out the lash line. So I'm going to go in with any pencil eyeliner. This is the Rimmel Exaggerate Smoke and Shine Gel Liner. This is the black shade. And I'm just going to line that really closely to the lash line, just kind of sloppily. Sloppily, that's a word, right? So I'm going to take my Morphe MB16 brush, which is the perfect brush for just smudging out anything on the lower lash line, the top lash line, anything. But the reason we're doing this right now before we even apply the rest of the eyeshadow, it will get mostly covered up, but we're gonna go ahead and start that like definition of the lash line and just softening everything up. So there is that. You don't have to be perfect with it because like I said, it will get covered up, but we've got a base going. So we're gonna go back into the 35O palette once again. I'm gonna take this really pretty shimmery bronze color right here. This is just the perfect typical bronze shade. So I'm just gonna start applying that all over the eyelid, keeping it below the crease. And see, as you can see, it's covering up that smoked out liner, but it's still adding that definition and that blackness that we want along the lash line. So now I'm going to go back into the palette and take this shade at the very bottom right here on the bottom left corner, and it's almost like a blackened brown shade with bronze shimmer, and the bronze shimmer in it looks just like that bronze shade we just applied to the lid, so it really matches it very, very well. And I'm going to take that on a Morphe B80 brush. I absolutely love this brush for blending. This is part of the Badger collection. Is it blurry? I can't really tell. And just pop that right in the outer corner, and I'm going very, very slow with this. And I've said this before, but the slower you go, the more precision you're gonna get with it, and you're gonna get a lot better replacement. What I like to do is start applying it and then kind of pick up my brush and see what's going on. Now I am putting this a little bit in the socket of the crease, but with this entire eye look, we're not going to be going too high with it because we want this to be very sultry and just very sexy, and eye looks that are brought up a little bit higher just really don't get that effect. I'm going to go into this clean Morphe B38 brush. This is pretty much a bigger version of that brush I just showed you, that B80 brush that we use for the outer V. I love this one for blending because it just softens the look up so well, and it just blends out product perfectly. So every time I say I'm going to go back into my blending brush, just know that this is the brush I'm talking about. So I'm going to go back into the palette and pretty much pick at random some dark matte brown shades, and all these right here could work, like all these shades around that bronze shimmery shade. Where is it? Right here that we just used. I'll take this shade right here, which is a matte, really like dark chocolate color, and then the one right next to it, which is a little bit warmer and a little bit lighter, and just mix those on that B80 brush that we use for that dark brown bronzy color. So I'm basically just going to put that right on top of that other shade we put in the outer V in the exact same way, just putting it in the outer V, picking up my brush every so often just to see what's going on and keeping it below the socket of the crease. These colors are really dark, so they almost give the look of black but being a little bit softer. I really hate working with black eyeshadows because it's just so harsh. I like using colors like this that almost appear to be black but are just a lot easier to work with, and you get the same dramatic effect. I'm just ever so slightly bringing this inward in the crease just a little bit. Not going too far in with this because we kind of want this to be like a cat eye. And then go back into my Morphe B38 brush and just blending right above that with no extra product. If you guys want to go back into the palette, you can pick any of these like dark matte brown shades right here at the bottom. Pick anything you want if you want more depth and dimension, but that's pretty much all I'm going to do for the outer V work. Now I'm going to go into a ColourPop eyeshadow, and this is optional. I'm going to go in with the ColourPop eyeshadow in the shade On the Rocks, which is a really pretty metallic-y, shimmery bronze color, and just put this right on top of that bronze shade on the eyelid. I'm not going to go all the way outward with this. I'm pretty much just going to stop at the center. This is just going to kind of give it a little bit more shine and just give a little bit more of a bronzy look. So now I'm just going to add a little bit of brightness in the inner corner. You can use a complete matte shade, and if I were to use a matte shade, I would use one of these two right here in the palette. I'm going to go in with ColourPop's Supermodel, which is a pearly, kind of like a golden champagne color. It's not super shimmery or anything. So I'm just going to put that right in the inner tear duct, kind of bringing it along the lower lash line right here just a little bit. As you can see, that just adds a ton of brightness and kind of opens the eye up a little bit. So now we're going to go ahead and start working on the lower lash line and the waterline, because I'm going to go off camera and do my mascara and all that jazz. So I'm going to go in with a brown waterline eyeliner. So I'm going to go in with Makeup Geek's gel liner in the shade Mobster, which is the perfect deep, dark, neutral brown shade. I'm just going to start lining the waterline, but I'm not going to bring this all the way inward because I don't want to close up the eyes. I'm going to stop right about here in the center and just kind of like fade it in a little bit. But I'm also going to kind of drop this down to the lower lash line just a little bit. It's okay if this is a little messy because we're going to smudge it out. I'm going to go back into the Morphe MB16 brush again and just blend that out along the lower lash line. Not going too low with it. I'm just going to stop right about here with it. I almost completely forgot to add eyeliner to the top lash line. What is wrong with me? So we're not going to do anything too precise. I'm not going to add a wing liner or anything. I'm pretty much just going to do the exact same thing I did before and just kind of messily draw this on really close to the lash line. And then you can take that MB16 brush we've been using, or you can take like a smudger thing that's on the end of eyeliners and just kind of smudge that out a little bit. And I'm just going to do this until I get the desired effect that I want. So I'm probably going to do this a few times. I'm getting really close to the lash line though, and then just kind of smudging it. One more time I'm going to go in and just line really close again, but this time I'm not going to smudge it out. So going back to the lower lash line, I'm going to go back into the 35O palette again, and like I said, just take any of these matte dark brown shades right here and taking that on the MB16 brush. Just mix whatever you want together, it doesn't really matter, and just keep putting these on top of one another. I'm going to go into the B80 brush again, that outer V brush, and smudge that along the lower lash line just to kind of help soften it up a little bit. There's no extra product on here, I'm just using whatever is on the lower lash line already. And then I'm going to take a little bit of that neutral matte color that we used in the transition and just blend that along the lower lash line. I feel like I've used the words smoky, soft, sultry, sexy like so many times throughout this video. We can make a freaking drinking game out of this video. I'm very sorry for my lack of vocabulary. I really am. So now let's go into a brow bone highlight. I'm going to use these two matte shades at the top of the palette, mix those together, and pop that right under the brow. So that is it for the eyes. I'm going to go put some mascara on and finish up the rest of my face. I'll be back to show you guys the finished look. Hey guys, so I am back for the finished look, and like I said in the beginning of the video, I'm going to show you guys a little preview of all the products I have on the rest of my face. If you guys do end up liking this little style where I show you guys little previews of what I've used that I didn't show in the video, then let me know in the comments below and I will start doing it. Everyone just kind of says, oh, go check down there, and sometimes it's nice to actually see it in person. Stop rambling. Here's what I'm using on the rest of my face. tutorial. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. So thank you guys so much for watching and hanging out with me today. A thumbs up if you like this video, subscribe, follow me on all my social media. All the links are below. And I hope you guys have a beautiful day. Mwah. Come on!